All right, here we go. All right, we are here. I gotta get in the crib. I gotta do the crib to do the live because when you do the live at home, it's way better. It's not the same system as when you do the live in the car. All right, so here we go. We starting late, but we gonna get started here. So we on the YouTube live. I said I wanted to be on YouTube today. That's where we at. We on the YouTube today. All right, we on the YouTube today. All right, let me fix that and we getting started. I can't see who comes on here, so I'm gonna just be real with y'all. If you could just say hello when you come on here, I'm gonna have to close that window. If you could say hello when you come on here, we're gonna talk tonight. We're gonna talk for like 35 minutes. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So we just say hello when you come in. Can you hear me? Let me put my mic closer. All right. I don't know how to do that thing yet. I gotta figure that part out. I gotta figure out how to do that streaming on every place they be doing that where they can stream on 18 different platforms at one time. I'm gonna get that set up and be omnipresent. Okay? Omnipresent. So if you on here, oh yeah, I need to close the window. That's funny. Let me close that window. Alright, I'm a little thick in my britches, so I'm a thick girl. So when they come to slide around my little office space, okay, it's a lot of knocking boots, knocking stuff over. All right, let me put this YouTube link on here, and then we gonna talk tonight. So if you on here, just say hello. If you came on here, you like, Sheeta, you on YouTube live? I said I want to do YouTube live tonight. We gonna do that tonight. So just say hello, so I know that you here. On IG, I can see when you pop on. On here, I just see the people. So just say hello. Let me get this joint on there. Let me just get this joint on there, and we rolling. I wanted to talk to y'all about something tonight, so we gonna talk about it. Cause you know what happens with people. I'm over here competing with Kendra, and I know y'all trying to find y'all next boo thing. So I ain't trying to block, but we gotta talk. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. I'm not ignoring y'all. I just told you I got home. I had to switch things up. YouTube was not working from my phone, so I gotta figure that out. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So end the year recap, right? This year, there's a couple things I want to talk with y'all about this year. And what I want to tell y'all very, very, very discreetly and very, very plainly. All right. Um, the plan is not always going to be clear. It's not always going to be a straight path. All right. If you see me looking down, it's only because my camera's up there and my screen thing is down here, and that's going to bother me. So I'm going to go ahead and pull y'all up to the other screen because I don't like the fact I keep looking down. All right. There we go. So the plan is not always going to be concrete, y'all. I want to be honest with you guys, okay? If you are an entrepreneur, if you are a person that is trying to push past a level, like you're here and you're trying to break through that level, I want you to know something, yo. You are not by yourself trying to be greater. You're not by yourself, right? And this year, I said it's a couple things that pushed me to be a better person, a couple things that pushed me through. If you hop on here and you listen and just say hi so I know that you're here. All right. Um, but it's a couple things I want y'all to realize as entrepreneurs. The first thing I want you to realize, yo, is you have to find a sense of strength. You have to find your source of strength, right? You have to find where your strength is going to come from. Now, I don't know what you guys believe in, right? But this year I really found my calling. I really found, matter of fact, I was talking about it earlier and I said I had my goal sheet from the beginning of the year. It's definitely somewhere in my office. I'm gonna find it by the end of this conversation. And the first thing I said on this sheet was that I wanted to get closer to God. And I'm very happy that by the end of the year, I can say I accomplished that. I had a couple other things I wanted to accomplish. I didn't do them quite as well, but I will say that I got closer to God, and that was my number one goal, because I realized that we want things. We want things. We want to go through things. We treat God like a genie. We treat God like like we only come to him when we want something. And to be honest, for people who have those type of relationships with people, like actual people, like a person that you can see, you don't like that type of relationship. Like somebody who only calls you when they need you. Nobody likes that person. I have a couple of those relationships and I don't necessarily hate the person, but I don't like the relationship where it is, oh, they must want something, that's why they calling me. Or they must want something, that's why they call. Like I don't like that relationship as a friendship. So it's like when I realized I was treating God like that, it kind of like put a sense of like that's crazy. I had a couple people do that to me and I realized I didn't like it. And one of my goals I said was to get stronger, get root my relationship with Christ, right? And it was a real up and down thing. Like it wasn't something that was like, oh yeah, she did the no. It seemed like the more I was seeking Christ, the more the devil was trying to get me. So, and I'm gonna say that um I'm gonna say that as truthfully as I don't say truthfully, but as clear as I can. And when I say that, if you're on here and you're like, yo, I've been battling stuff, or I have been um I have been going through it, right? Because I was on live earlier and somebody said I lost everything. And I'm like, that's crazy because you breathing. So I guess you ain't lose everything because you wouldn't be able to write, I lost everything. So, and if honestly, if somebody was to say to you, yo, you could pick everything or you could pick your life, guess what you going to pick? Your life. So you didn't lose everything because you still here, right? And I realized something, right? I'm raised in the church. Um, my family background is real structured, right? It's real rooted in religion, 70 Adventist. And so when I go through hard times, I do always go back. Like I'm praying and I realized I was treating God like I treated like those friends treated me. I only called them when I needed something. I only hit them up when I needed something. And I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to know him on a level where we're talking regularly and he knows my needs because we're speaking regularly, right? And I say all that to say, if you're going through a process and you're trying to reach a newer level, you're trying to get to a higher level, you're trying to actually see God, you gonna go through some times. You know why? I was reading the story of Job. Job was chilling. Job was loving on God. God was loving on Job. And the devil was like, yo, Job only loving on you because you loving on him. Take your love off him. See what he do. Right? And God's like, just don't take his life. Took everything from this man. Everybody telling Job, yo, da 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 da. And Job like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lord give it, the Lord take it away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And it's just interesting because we feel like that, but we can't know how to go through those times because we don't know him. So as I'm learning and I'm getting to know him, I realized the devil was really like, oh nah, she the three about to be on fire. I gotta start whispering stuff in her ear. And y'all gotta realize, right? Like when you're leveling up, you're battling so many demons, and don't think like these demons ain't out here. You're battling so many demons of anything that is not in abundance or greatness or glory or in excellence is a demon. Okay? Because God is wonderful, glorious. abundant, like beautiful, like everything that's good is godly. And if it's something that's keeping you down, it's a demon. Okay. So anytime you got an insecurity, that's not of God. So that's a demon. Anytime you feeling self-doubt, that's a demon. Anytime you feeling lack, that's a demon. Like it's all these things that we don't really think about. We think it's a joke, but those are actually demons. And them little demons of self-doubt, imposter syndrome, big demon, right? Insecurity, big demon. Comparison, big demon. Envy, big demon. Jealousy, big demon, right? You want to just throw them into the pigs. And it's interesting because when you start having growth, the devil starts to come after you because he like, yo, you about to operate in your full purpose. You about to take off in your full purpose. I gotta throw something in your way. So I'm gonna start whispering in your ear sweet nothings to distract you and help you and have you start actually doubting what you're doing. And then once you start to hear it and believe it in your ear, other things start to happen. And that was happening to me, right? And it was crazy because it was at a time where I mean, like, it was like she to shoot, she scores, let's go. Like I was building partnerships. I'm still building partnerships, but I just want to let y'all know, like, you're not alone in the journey. So don't feel like, yo, I'm going through all of this and I'm the only one going through it. You're not. You're not. That's why I said 2024 was like a type of year. Like it was that type of year. But I want you to realize because every entrepreneur I spoke to offline, they're like, yo, this year was crazy. I'm like, I know you're not the only one. I'm not the only one. And that's why I said I wanted to actually come on here and talk about it because I stayed to myself. I went and cleared my head. So there's a couple things that I did this year to actually beat back that. And I want to actually talk about it because I've never spoken about it openly. And I said I want to do it on YouTube because it'd be uninterrupted. Um, when it comes to you working and operating your purpose, what's going to happen is he don't want you to do that. When I mean he, I mean Satan. Like he don't want you. Lucifer don't want you to do that. Okay. He called the name the devil, Satan, Lucifer, Lulu, whatever you want to call him. He doesn't want you to do that. He actually really wants you to take your life. All right. I want to make sure we heard that clear. He really wants you to take your life. He really wants you to do that. So when he starts putting all those thoughts in your head, it's really to help you, it's to make you spiral. Because he really wants you to take your life. Because the moment that you take your life, you're his. You're done. You don't have a chance of redemption. You don't have a chance for nothing. So if you ever feel like, yo, I'm going through mad stuff, I got mad stuff on my mind, and those thoughts really start creeping in your head, that's the only, I want you to realize that you must be something special, that he got you thinking about taking your life because he got to take you off the chessboard. If he got you thinking about erasing yourself, you got to be something super special because if he got to erase you off the board, that means you a major piece. You might be that bishop that's going to come around. You might be the queen. You might be the king they got to protect. He want to take you off the board. That means you're not a pawn. You're not expendable. Because the ones that he got, and they already in his mind and he got them, he need them alive to talk to the rest of them to bring them over. But the ones that he don't got, and he like, yo, this one is too powerful. I'm gonna start talking in their ear. I'm gonna have him start thinking crazy thoughts. I'm gonna have him start thinking about offing himself. The only way he could win that battle is if he gets you to think that way and then gets you to do it. I cry when I hear people commit suicide. So I'm like, damn, he won. That's tragic. He won that battle. He won that. But I want you to realize, like, if you come on here, just say hello in the chat so I know who's on here. Because on YouTube, I can't see who pulls up on the live. But I just want you to know, like, that is something that you have to realize. You must be something super special. If you ever had a suicidal thought in your mind, you must be the most special piece on the planet because he has you thinking about offing yourself. He got you thinking about taking yourself away from the equation so he could win that battle. Because if you alive, there's no way he's gonna win that battle. And for me, I'm like, I must have been crazy because the only way he would win a battle with me is if I wasn't here. So I must be something special. I gotta get back into my purpose. I can't play around. Because if he's coming at me like that, I got something good. I must be a gem. I must be, I must be irreplaceable. I must be not expendable. And I think there's a better word for that, but I can't think of it right now because I definitely didn't want to do this live this late, but we here. So I want you to realize that, yo, like that's I've experienced it. I spoke to 2 other people that experienced those type of thoughts this year. And that was my revelation. And you know what I had to make sure I was doing? I was staying close. I was staying close. So if you saw like, yo, Sheeta, you reading the Bible every day. Yeah, I gotta stay close because he's coming for me. Because why? I'm a winner. I got something that he can't stop. And if just this conversation had somebody open a good book, I did part of my job, which is just to introduce people to Jesus. It's to introduce people to God. That's a part of my job. That's the only mission I'm here for, is to just share the good news. Like, yo, you don't have to give in to the demon. You don't have to give in to the temptation. You don't have to give in to that empty feeling, because you're not empty. You're really not alone. And I want you to realize, like, what got me through that. What got me through that is the fact that I realize I'm not alone. Right? Because in them times that you're feeling those dark, deep feelings, and those times when your mind is racing, you feel like you're by yourself. You feel like you have nothing to live for. But guess what? You do have something to live for. You have a lot to live for. But you're not operating in the purpose that you're supposed to operate. And now he think that he could take you off the board. But guess what? It don't work like that. It don't work like that. So I just wanted you guys to know that you are more than conqueror. And you got way more to live for. Because if he got you thinking, if he got you spiraling from, oh, I don't know if I could do this, I'm insecure, I don't think if I deserve this. If he got you thinking all that crazy shit, guess what? You up to something. You got something. Because some people never start. Some people never start. And if you thinking about starting and you taking moves, you better tell that demon of insecurity, a doubt, yo, get behind me, bro. Yo, God, take care of that real quick. Take care of that thought real quick. Because them thoughts is not of him. That's the first thing I wanted to talk about. I said I was going to be on here for 30 minutes. I wanted to have this conversation because I know I'm not the only entrepreneur that battle this, because I had a conversation with 2 other people, three in total, including myself. 2 other people. And they was like, yo, this year, it was rough, yo. Like, how did you get through it? Like, how did you? And I said, yo, you know what? I was listening to a sermon and I realized it made me cry. I said, every time I don't, when I'm feeling a certain type of way, I don't go super left. I always find my way back to God. That's the best thing about it. And I always find my way back to God. And I'm talking to this person and I'm like, yo, honestly, I was listening to this sermon and he didn't even realize he saved my life. But he said, we think that God created the light and the devil created the dark. We think that God created the light and the devil created the dark. And because we think that God created the light and the devil created dark, that God is only with us in the light and the devil with us in the darkness. But God created the light and the dark. He's the creator. Nobody else, Satan didn't create nothing. We gave him this power of darkness when God is in the dark. He's with you. Yea, though I walk with you through the shadow of the valley of death, you should fear no evil, because thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me, right? So he's with me in the dark. And when I felt dark, I felt alone. And that's what the devil really wants you to feel, is feel alone. And you might have came here for a credit talk, but I'm going to tell you this right now. The reason why you won't fix your credit is because you think you're not worthy of good credit. And you think like, oh, I started trying to fix this and it's been 2 months and nothing's working. And guess what? That's the devil telling you, oh, well, you know what? Go back into bad habits. It don't matter. And you think that you're not supposed to go ahead and push through and be the best version of yourself. And I'm going to tell you, the reason why you think that is because you think you're not worthy of nothing. And that's why you won't fix your credit. That's why you won't take care of the stuff you're supposed to take care of. I'm being honest. It's spiritual warfare in your head, why you think you're supposed to stay exactly where you are all the time. That's not how this goes. That's not how this goes. It's not how this goes. It's not how this goes. Not at all. You think you're not worthy of good credit. You think you're not worthy of the things that are good for you, of any type of success, of a win. You think you're not worthy, so you start battling, and you think that's something that's supposed to happen. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. So I'm telling you guys this because these are the things that came to my mind over the year that I've been personally battling. And when I speak to other entrepreneurs that are on their own path in similar spaces or similar spaces to me, even similar achievements as myself, they are battling the same thing, right? And that's when I realized I'm like, yo, we need to give more moral support. Like we might have to have like a full on like entrepreneur Bible study or something because let me tell you, when you on a roll, the devil be coming, yo, but you can't let up. And you can't treat God like that friend that only calls when you need something. Or you buttering them up because you need something. It gotta be that relationship where y'all talking all the time. And that might be something that you actually need to do yourself. And I realized I'm like, yo, I don't like when people treat me like that. So I shouldn't treat God like that. I need to tap in more because I need to know how he operate. If I learn how he operate, then it'll help me operate better. And it's been a hell of a journey. And I'm telling y'all, like, don't think like, oh, yo, I'm going through a dark place. Like, I really wish that that lady that was on the live earlier was on here tonight. Don't think that, oh, I've been going through a dark. She said I lost everything, right? And guess what? She didn't, because she alive to say that she lost everything. So you didn't lose everything because you here, right? And if you lost everything, you'd have went down with the Titanic. And I'm not even saying that to be funny, but that would have been the truth, right? They lost everything. They lost their wealth and their life, right? So I want y'all to think about that as you're entering this year. How you gonna treat God this year? How you gonna actually build that relationship? Are you gonna treat him like somebody that you only hit him when you need him? Or you gonna treat him like, you know what, let me get to know how you operate so I know how to deal with you. Cause even, as you're dealing with people, you gotta learn people too. Like you might have friends that you like, yo, I can't talk to them like that, or they love language is different, right? I gotta figure out how to be friends with this person. I can't treat every friend the same. Or they be like, yo, she always act like that. She snapped like that. That's how she is. And it's like you learn the person and then you can have a better relationship with the person. And that's something that I realized about myself. I'm like, I don't want to be like that, because then if he treat me that way, I wouldn't like that either. So I say that to say, like, don't feel like, yo, I'm going through this hard time. God not with me. He with you. Israel went through a hard time. Joseph went through a hard time. Daniel went through a hard time. Moses went through a hard time. Joshua went through a hard time. Paul/Saul went through Jesus went through a hard time. Don't think that you by yourself, because you definitely not. But that hard time made them resilient. Like, think about this. Like, Joseph literally got sold into slavery for telling a thought. Like, he had a dream, told a dream, and because he had the dream, his brothers got pissed and sold him into slavery. But they didn't even realize that they sold him into slavery, and it was a part of the mission because he had to save them. They thought they was killing him, but they was really saving themselves. So don't think like, yo, Sheeta, I'm going through this hard time. It's da-da-da-da. Like, nah, yo, like, they all went through a hard time, and it's okay, because the hard time shows you how resilient you are. It shows you your strength. Are you soft? Can you handle what God about to bless you with? Can you handle that? If you can't get through this hard time, guess what? You can't handle what's on the other side of this hard time, because hard times always going to come. It's always going to come. Imagine Job living his good life, loving on God, God loving on him, and hard times struck him, and he did absolutely nothing. Hard times struck him, and he did nothing. He did nothing to deserve what he got. He did nothing. Tell me what he did. Read in that book and tell me what he did, because he was loving on God, and God was loving on him. And I just it's been it's been a journey. All right. So I say all this to say on this live. I said I was gonna be on here for 30 minutes. I'm on here for 25 so far. Let's go. I say all this to say on the live, yo, like this year, don't treat the darkness as a place to retreat. Treat the darkness as a place as a place to build foundation. Let me say this again. Don't treat the darkness as a place to be sad and to wallow in your shit. Treat the darkness as a place to lay a foundation of resilience. I share this story of how the Sheeta 3 name was created, right? And I say it to people, and I had to take my own advice. Like I had to like relive my whole life in order for me to come to this this conclusion. I I was not in a good place when I came up with that sound or that feature, right? That what they call them Miko sound. Um, it's gonna come to me. The sound effect, right? She 3. I was not in a good place when that came up, right? I was in a car accident. My back was tore up with a 4-car collision. I do not like Florida because of this. Y'all can drive. And I say can't, like cannot drive. Florida people cannot drive. There we go. So if I see a Florida license plate, I'm judging you from afar. Okay. Um, I'm in Florida, get into a 4-car collision. Car gets totaled. My back is tore up from the floor up. I ended up getting COVID like 2 weeks later. So I'm trying to go to physical therapy. Can't go to physical therapy. And this is when they had that 2-week mandate. So now I'm 2 weeks after the car accident trying to get therapy because my back is killing me. I can't sleep. I'm in pain. I got pills. They prescribed me oxys, right? So I'm scared to take it, but I have no choice because I'm in pain. And it's like it just seemed like everything was just banking on me being alone and cornered in a corner on drugs. That's what it seemed like the devil was trying to put me in a situation. Like, I'm gonna make you alone in a corner in pain, and all you can do is take drugs. Like, that's all you can do. Your mom can't even open the door to feed you. She feeding you food on a tray at the door and then going back upstairs type stuff. Like, this is what's happening. And after like I mean a couple days, right? I have COVID, my fever up and down. I gotta do the little blood thing. I gotta take my temperature. I gotta go those reports. I'm trying to eat food. I'm hurt, so I'm trying. All I could do is lay down because standing up hurts my body. And I'm tripping. I'm sad. I'm in the house. I'm taking my pills, and one day the pain just got really, really bad. It honestly felt like somebody was taking like a door handle, like a rusty door, like it's like a rusty door, and the door is just and the door is just like it's just a rusty door hinge. Like that's what it felt like. And and that's how my back felt all the time. Like I couldn't stand up long enough to bathe. I couldn't stand up long enough to fold clothes. I couldn't wash dishes. Like it was I realized your back is your backbone for real. Jeez Louise. So I'm in the bed, my back, there's nothing is comfortable. I got pillows here. I'm trying to hitch myself like this. Nothing's comfortable. Like I can't even comfortably watch TV if I wanted to. This is a mess, right? And what ends up happening? I'm like, you know what? I'm about to take some more of these pills. So I took the prescribed amount, recommended amount, and then I took the unrecommended amount, right? And now I'm high because I'm on like 4 pills in a certain amount of time, but the pain isn't going away. And now I don't know if the pain is in my head or the pain is in my body, but something is making me ache. I can't sleep. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm up. I'm tripping. A friend of mine was like, "Yo, you should be doing them. Like, you should make some credit videos because you know what you're talking about. Like, when it comes to repair and all that stuff." I'm like, "All right." So I'm up 3:45 in the morning. He didn't tell me that at 3:45 in the morning, but we spoke about it previously, but now it's in my head at 3:45 in the morning, right? So end up making the videos, right? I make a whole bunch of these videos, and the videos are with the Bitmoji. I just told you I was in a car accident, so I low-key had a concussion, okay? I had a concussion. I had a black eye, right? I had a black eye. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna find a video for y'all. I had a black eye, so I didn't have. Let me see if I can find it. I had a black eye, so I didn't have. I'm trying to see if I can find this video. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. So I had a black eye, so I didn't have. I didn't want to put my face on camera because I had a knot here and black eye here. It was a mess. Sorry for the distraction. So I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, I'm doing the videos and I don't want to show my face because, you know what I'm saying? Not concussion, black eye. I was not feeling myself. I'm actually kind of happy I could be in the house because I look like somebody beat the shit out of me. Right. And all of that's happening. I make the video. And when I make the video goes, I'm like, if on your credit report your name is John, but it says Gene, that ain't you. Delete. Credit repair tips for Sheeta 3. And I'm making those videos and I send it off to my friend at like 3:45 in the morning. Right now, I know he's sleeping, but I end up sending them off to him. Right. So now, now he wakes up, he watches them, I guess, and texts me like, yo, what were you doing? Because it don't make sense. Like, what were you doing? And it was funny because here it is. I found it. Here we go. Hold on. Why is it not playing louder than this? Oh, because it's on my headphones. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So this the video, right? This is. Come on, Brookie. All right, hold on. I just lost it again. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it again. It was connected to my headphones. Headphones. Credit repair tips with Sheeta 3. First tip. If your name is Rashida, don't have your credit report saying Rashada. That ain't you. Delete. Right? So it's like little stuff like that. I sent him a bunch of little videos and I'm trying to find the rest of them. I don't see them. It's another one I did. Credit repair tips with Sheeta 3. Right? Now. So that happened. That happened in, let me see when I sent this. Credit repair. Let me see when I sent that. I sent that. It's been a minute. And now my phone went to act emotional. Me and Apple have beef. Either way, I sent that in. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what date because it's after the car accident. Yep, February 20th. There you go. Credit repair tips with Sheeta 3. First tip. See, it's a whole bunch of them that was made. Credit repair tips with Sheeta 3. Now. Right? Whole bunch of them that got made. Whole bunch of them. Whole bunch of them that got made. I was making stuff February 20th. Matter of fact, this is at 1:37. 1:37. 1:37 in the morning, February 20th. 2:52 a.m. February 20th. 9 o'clock, I started writing him back when I woke up. February 20th, I was on a roll. And all of that happened in the dark. I was not a happy person when I made those videos. The car accident happened January 29th. So that was not even a full month after the accident, and I got COVID. I'm in the house. I'm hot. These things are being sent at 4:25 in the morning, 5:25 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2:52. I'm still making videos. I made a whole bunch of them in the dark. I was in the dark and sad night. I was not in a healthy place. I was on drugs. It was not a good place. But guess what? Yea, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, he is with you. Your rod and his rod and his staff, they comfort you. I was never really by myself. And I want you to embrace the darkness and come out of it like a roaring lion because it's time to eat. I'm happy I found that video. Because I knew it. I'm like, yo, I was doing this at he was like, yo, what's good with you? Yeah, this is gonna be tight. That's what he said, and he called me. I just want y'all to realize, like, embrace the darkness that you feel like you're going through. That's like you see no way out. The light's at the end of the tunnel, but you're not by yourself to guide yourself. But you need to lean on him. My phone is tweaking. You need to lean on him. And that's what I want you to do for 2025 is to lean on him and find your way to have your own relationship. And not just because you want something. Don't do that. Because if he did that to you, you won't like it. I want you to find a way to have a relationship because you want to get to know him, how to be his child. What is it like? How does he treat his children? How does he get you through times? How does he like to show up for his children? I want you to experience that. And that's all I have to say. That was the point of my whole live tonight. I couldn't really do it on Instagram, although I feel like I should have now. Because I do like interactions at time, but I like the fact that I got to get this thought out uninterrupted, not really distracted. Um, I want that for you guys, because the sense, and I'm still on the journey. Don't think like, oh, Sheeta, you good? Blah, blah, blah. No, I gotta stay connected to him all the time because I'm telling you, I gotta be something special. That every time I take my eye off, devil be trying to snatch me up with stupidness, like pure nonsense. Every time I take my eye off, pure nonsense what happened. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta stay close. I gotta stay close all day, every day. I gotta be like, yo, you was on here? You're welcome. I gotta be like, yo, I gotta stay super close because I'm telling you, like, if you feel like there's no way to get away from that path or there's obstacles in that path all day, you gotta be something special because the devil don't be that busy with somebody that is not important. He don't be that busy. He don't be that busy with somebody who's not important. And it took me this whole year to figure this out. I had to go through 366 days of, and I'm telling you, there was days where it's like, yo, Sheeta, are you getting everything you want? And I'm still not happy. I'm still not fulfilled. And I realized it's because one, I wasn't praising God when I got the wins. And two, I didn't have no source of joy. And I had to figure out where my joy and my peace was going to come from. I had to get my peace together. And the level of peace I have now than I had in the beginning of the year is completely different. My anxiety, I don't even know when I developed it. I was like, yo, that must be a demon because this is not it. Stress, worry, like all of that. Do I worry sometimes? I don't stay in worry long. I don't stay in stress long. I get in problem solving mode real quick. Like, all right, God, this what I gotta do. Bet I'm gonna put words to action, and that's it. I'm not gonna sit here and worry about a situation because you told me not to worry. You told me stress for nothing. So the fact that I'm doing that, that's a demon, and that demon gotta go. And I want y'all to realize that, like, it is something super phenomenal when you find a center of peace and you find a feeling of joy that can't be filled by anything in this world. And the only way you find that is by figuring out his love language. And to be honest, his love language is really communication. How often do you talk to him? How often do you learn about him? And that's what I learned this year. I had to talk to God in his love language. He know mine, right? Because he knew me from before I was born. Like before I was in my mom's womb, he knew you. And I just want you to realize, like, even if it's dark, even if it's dreary, he's with you. But you gotta seek him because he there. But you ain't say, God help me yet. You ain't cry out yet. You ain't give yourself yet. You doing it hesitant, but you doing it for a reward instead of a relationship. And it's like, don't call him when you need something. You should be talking to him all the time. If you're talking to him all the time, then you already know where your help is coming from. And you can't break that sense of strength. I realize why our ancestors, like, they like, yo, they was praying to God. They was going through all of this, da-da-da. And I'm like, that's why they stayed strong. Because they realized that it wasn't of this. This, what they was going through, was temporary. Although it physically tortured their body, everything they was going through was temporary, super temporary. As long as they kept their hearts pure, right? And they brought more people to him. And that's really going to be my goal this year. I want to help people fix their credit. And I want to let people know, like, yo, oh, shit, this was dope. You was dope. You dope. I am a vessel. A dope vessel, but I am a vessel. And anything that I say, I wanted to make sure that's in complete alignment with him. I don't want to say anything outside of that. I don't want to live any way outside of that. I want to be in complete alignment because the relationship that I want is that we both understand each other's love languages. Like, how do I want to be loved? How do you want to be loved? How do you want me to show affection? How do I want you to show affection? We got to do this symbiotically, right? Because he's been protecting me. There's certain times I'm like, oh, if I would have left 10 minutes earlier, I would have been in that car accident. Thank you, Jesus. Like, whoo. I don't be fussing no more. I leave the fussing. I prepare the way I need to prepare, and I'm leaving the fussing. I just, like I said, I'm working on me and God, working on being consistent. I'm being consistent with him, he being consistent with me. And as you're going through this journey, don't think that you're by yourself as an entrepreneur. 2025, don't think that you're by yourself. But you're going to have to build that relationship. Don't look for the reward. Look for the relationship and build that first. So you know what the struggle is going to be. I'm 12 minutes over. I appreciate y'all for hopping on this YouTube live, though. I truly do. I said this was not going to be something that was credit, business, and all of that. I want y'all to realize, like, there's a spiritual reason why you're struggling. And you need to tap into that because that's going to get you your breakthrough. And to be honest, every time I fully tap in, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, I don't even know why I tap out. Honestly, I want you to ask yourself that question. Why you tap out when you know what it's like to be tapped in? So I'm super excited for the journey ahead. Matter of fact, I said I was gonna find that thing for you. What up, Tracy? You was on here too? Y'all are. I said I was gonna find it. Ugh. I said I was gonna find it. And I know it's here. I had my 12-week year. I had cleaned up my desk and I put it on the bottom. So let me get it real quick for y'all. So y'all don't say, oh, Sheeta, you didn't even do that. Let me get it for y'all real quick. I know it's in the section of staple stuff. Yep, here we go. Here we go. My 12-week year. Oh, this is the one from April. All right, so this is exactly what it says. Number 1, let me see if y'all can see it. Number 1, no, I can't read it. Can you read it? Number 1, grow closer to God. That was the first thing. and be happy. That was number 2. Go closer to God and be happy. Right? Okay? Grow closer to God and be happy. And I accomplished number 1 and 2. Now 3, working on. 3, working on. But to be honest, this is more aspirational. The 3-year vision and the daily, that was aspirational. And that's been become a better person. I'm just letting y'all know. I said I wanted to do it this year. I got it done. It's on the list for next year too. Just keep getting closer. And all the rest of the stuff is gonna come. I'm not even stressing it because the skill and talent that I have that he blessed me with, 1, he gave it to me. I gotta use it because I'm not gonna bury it in the sand. I'm not gonna be that servant that buried it in the sand. 2, I don't got no choice, yo. Like, what's you either here to do your mission or you here for what? I'm here to serve. I'm here to talk about him. And he was just waiting for me to, honestly, I feel like he was just waiting for me to turn up. Like, all right, Sheeta, you had your fun with the demonic stuff. There you go. All right, time to come on home. All right. He tried to get you to think these thoughts. And guess what? You didn't do it. And you turned back to him. And you turned back to me, is what he said. And I just want you to realize, like, you something special. You are something. You must be the apple of his eye. If you're going through the darkness that you feel like you're going through with nothing in sight, because the devil got to blind you so much to make you feel like you're not worthy. He got to blind you so much. He got to blind you so much because the only way for him to win is if you not here. So he got to make you feel all the demons, despair, desperation, destruction, all the D's, all the negative D's. He got to make you feel all of that in order to win. But guess what? In the despair, he with you. In the destruction, he with you. In the depression, he with you. His rod and his staff is right there. But you got to turn to him and realize how mighty he is. And what he really asking for. He want that relationship with you. He like, yo, call me, I'm right here. But if you don't call me, I can't save you if you don't want my help. You get free will. The first thing he gave was free will. So you get free will. But if you don't call me, I can't help you. If you don't say, yo, God, I need help, I can't help you. I can't save you. And that's something I had to own up. Yo, I need help. Yo, shit, I need help. I need help. 3 needs help. I need help. I can't do it by myself. God, I can't do it by myself. I need you to send me some people to help me because I can't do it by myself. And when you send them to help me, what I need you to do is give me the gifts and the talents to actually use them properly. And let me figure out how you help other people delegate. Oh, that's why I like Exodus so much, because Moses had to delegate. Because Moses almost burnt himself out helping the people. Because they in line for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours looking for Moses to help, doing nothing with their day because they going for Moses. And Moses had to delegate so that he could deal with the important stuff and not the everyday task. All right. I'm 20 minutes over. I appreciate y'all for hopping on this live tonight, y'all. This is the last YouTube live of 2024. We're going to have these conversations more and more because guess what? You got to fulfill your purpose, and I'm waiting for you to fulfill your purpose. And you waiting for you to fulfill your purpose. All right? I'm praying for y'all. I pray for my subscribers. I pray for my followers. I pray for my community. I pray for my friends. I pray for my family. I pray for safety, health, strength, and wealth for you. All right? Abundance, goodness, mercy, grace, and that you find your own relationship with Christ. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. You guys have a great night.